Hogwarts kanalında Hogwarts Legacy'nin yeni bir bölümüyle tekrar karşınızdayım. Şimdi girmeden önce hemen ben bir şey söyleyeyim. Kayıt dışı ne yapayım? Kayıt dışı inanılmaz bir arkadaşım. Büyük ihtimalle trailerlarda falan görmüşsünüzdür. Böyle duelloların yapıldığı ve sadece işte bu lanetli büyülerin kullanıldığı karanlık sanatlar savaş arenası buldum. Buraya girdim, dalga dalga adam geliyor, onları dövüyoruz ama kendi büyülerimizde değil, sadece onların verdiği büyülerle. Onlar 3 tane lanet, işte Crucio, havada neydi ya? Ya 3 tane lanet işte. Şimdi adlarını hatırlayamıyorum. Mesela bu açılmış. Bunu artık alabiliyorum. Kalıcılar. Bir tanesi Crucio zaten. Bir tanesi Imperio. Bu aklını çeliyor adamın. Bir tanesi de Avada Kedavra. Bunlarla giriyorsun. Bir tane şey veriyor. Confringo veriyor. Bunlarla giriyorsun. Daha açıkçası Confringo'yu alacağım. Confringo patlayınca yandakileri de vuruyor. Bunlarla giriyorsunuz. Yani güzel bir bölüm. Ve hoşuma gitti. Zaten böyle bir şey arıyordum. Böyle hoşuma gelsin. Patır büyüleri sayalım falan diye bir yer arıyordum. Ama sadece verdiği büyüleri kullanmak güzel değil. Yani keşke hani kendi istediğimiz büyüleri de ayarlıyor olabilsek. Belki öyle de bir şey vardı. Ben daha keşfedememiş olabilirim. Ama şu an için
Welcome back.
yok.
Have you finished your assignments?
Orası güzeldi. İşte yeni büyü öğrenmek
Reporting back, Professor. Assignments all finished.
Well done. Shows good discipline. Wisdom is a golden snitch, as they say, and you're proving a skilled seeker in that regard. Let us practice our restore momentum. A charm, incidentally, created to stop quaffles from plummeting straight to the ground during a Quidditch match. Precise, deliberate movements. Very good. Practicing your new spell as much as possible, perhaps before you leave here.
Revelio. Arresto momentum.
That's it. Keep it up.
Revelio.
Şimdi kayıt dışında bir şeyler yaptığıma göre artık bence ana görev olmuştur, görev olmuştur. Allah'ım 9 tanesini iade başına tutulmayası. Neyse. Geç. Sebastian? Nasılsın Sebastian? İyi misin Sebastian? Nasıl kardeş? İyi mi? diye bir konuşalım.
Not sure how I'd fare in a little place like this. Revelio.
Şu ne satıyorsun? Ne satıyorsun abi? Burada sandık var. Burada açmış mı bu sandığı? Bir görünüyor mu? Açmadı mı? Bunu açmıştı. İlginç. Bu ne sanıyor?
Accio.
Allah.
Revelio.
Burada sandıklar var. Bunları açabilir mi abi? Bunu açabilir mi? Açar. Bekle.
Aloha Mora.
Bir şeye bak. Kapı açmada şunları kaldırma var mı böyle? Bak, bunu unutuyorum. Günlük asa kopusu verdi bakalım. Masa koşuyorsun şu an ve masa koşuyor mu? Sen ne verdin? Güzel. Fena değil. Hiç fena değil. Yalnız bir şey söyleyeceğim. Bu kadar alsam bu sana çok güzel. Güzel ha. Ver galiba. Hoşuna mı tatlı olsun? Nasıl? Güzel. Ne yapar? Boz. Cüce asası. İşte bir özelliği yok ha. Görebiliyor musun? Azıcık görünüyor. Azıcık elinin ucundan görünüyor. Ah buraya nasıl?
Revelio.
Akıllardan olmuş. Neyse. İyi akşamlar. Sebastian'ı bir içerken mi yakalayacağız acaba?
You made it.
Sebastian hayırdır yanında bir sürü şişe ne yapıyor burada? Etrafımız diyor.
Enjoying the view.
Keeping an eye on things. Feldcroft isn't what it used to be. No one has felt safe here since Ranrock's loyalists took a peculiar interest in that castle over there. Rookwood Castle. My uncle Solomon is a former Auror and refuses to look into it, even after Anne was cursed by one of them. Possibly with a wand, no less.
I heard a goblin refer to wizard kind as wand carriers. Are goblins forbidden from carrying wands?
Precisely. That's why I'm on the hunt for answers. If I'm to cure her, I need to understand what happened to her. Anne was always the most mischievous of the three of us. Which is saying something, knowing me and ominous. I'm hoping a surprise visit from me and a new friend from Hogwarts will help lift her spirits. Bring back the Anne I used to know. Come on. I'll take you to my uncle's.
Hadi bakalım götür abi.
This way.
İzliyorum. Haydi.
Feldcroft used to be a lot livelier. With Ranrock's lot wandering about all the time, everyone stays out of sight. Here we are. My sister should be just inside.
Ha ben mi gireyim? Bakalım. Pek bu işe giremedim.
Aha!
Sebastian, where did you... Is that what I think it is?
We've been over this, boy.
Hey!
Shrivelfigs cannot reverse a curse. Nothing can. The sooner you accept that reality, the better.
But we haven't tried everything.
There is no cure! When will you accept that?
Never. I can never accept it.
Now look what you've done.
I'm sorry.
Leave.
I'm sorry you had to see that. If you don't mind, I just need a moment alone.
Pelerin garip oldu.
Poor Sebastian. Not the visit he'd hoped for.
I'm sorry about her.
Revelio.
Those bouts of pain are difficult to bear.
Revelio.
Are you all right, Anne? I didn't mean to intrude.
You didn't, truly. And I'm all right. The pain from this curse comes in bouts, and often suddenly. It's not anyone's fault. It's nice to meet you, by the way. You must be the new 5th year Sebastian told me about.
I am. Sebastian and I met during a rather lively duel in defense against the dark arts.
Oh, dear Professor Hecat. She's a powerful witch. And she knows how to keep students like my brother, and me, in line.
I do miss Hogwarts, but I wouldn't mind being in Feldcroft, really, if it wasn't so dreary now. Between the goblins at the castle and my uncle fighting with Sebastian whenever he's home, it's not the cosy retreat it once was.
Sebastian mentioned something about your uncle being an ex-Auror, but refusing to go after Ranrock's loyalists. I must say, I wasn't prepared for him to be as angry as he was.
Uncle Solomon is frustrated by what happened to me, and by Sebastian for thinking he can fix it. They both mean well, I know they do, but my uncle is right. This curse cannot be undone. I can feel it. Sebastian cannot take away my pain. Perhaps you can help him to understand that.
Ya o kızım ya. Ya bence hemen pes etme ya. Bence deneyebilirim demeyeceğim.
I'm afraid it's really up to Sebastian, and his mind seems to be made up.
I can only hope he realizes the futility of his search for a cure soon. I'm getting tired. I should probably rest. Thank you for stopping by. I wish you well.
I wish you well too.
That boy will fray my last nerve.
Ne yapıyorsun? Peki tamam hadi öyle de ne yapıyorsun? Ne Allah aşkına?
Excuse me, Mr. Sallow.
Oh, yes, Sebastian's friend. I apologize on behalf of my nephew. He doesn't know when to stop. I was about to check on Anne. Did I see you come from the house? How is she?
She's all right. She said she was going to rest.
Nothing can be done for her.
Bunun için hiçbir şey yapılmaz değil ya.
It could be that you've not yet discovered the cure.
Ah, you sound like Sebastian, thinking you know better than the healers at St. Mungo's.
Perhaps the healers don't know everything, sir. Sebastian is single-mindedly focused on finding a way to help his sister. If there is a cure, he will find it.
Your faith in Sebastian is misplaced. Some sort of dark magic cursed Anne, and the goblins aren't likely to explain themselves anytime soon. Giving her hope is cruel. The only thing to do now is keep Anne comfortable and stay out of the Loyalists' way.
With all due respect, sir, hope could keep Anne's spirits up.
You may mean well, but I know what's best for Anne and Sebastian. They are my stubborn brother's children. Especially Sebastian. If you really want to be of help, you'll make sure Sebastian does what he should do, not what he wants to do. He's no idea the harm he could do if he doesn't stop. I hope you remember what I've said. Good day.
I ought to see how Sebastian's faring.
Why will he not listen to me? She's my sister.
How are you doing, Sebastian?
You got a first-hand glance at what I'm dealing with. I apologize for my uncle.
Çizgi yansımışları değil mi? Olduğu öğretilen de senin dayandı ya. Bir tane seçenek veriyorlar hep.
I'll admit, I wasn't expecting him to be so angry.
He's always angry. He's been angry since my parents died. After Anne was hurt, he only grew worse. It's as though he blames me somehow, always calling me my father's son, as if that's an insult. I'm the one trying to help her. He's simply given up.
Both Anne and your uncle seem genuinely convinced that nothing more can be done for her.
I refuse to believe that. Anne's pain is more than physical. It has changed her entirely. I miss my sister. And I'm going to get her back. Come with me. I need to show you where it happened. Ranrock's loyalists are capable of so much more than people realize. They should not be underestimated.
Bir dakika Sebastian.
All the debris you'll see is from whatever's going on at that abandoned estate. They've been digging for something. Up there, on that plateau, is where they cursed Anne. This way.
How much longer are we expected to dig through this rubble? Ranrock knows what he's doing. It's an honor to be a part of it. Only good wizard is a dead wizard in my book. Where did they go?
Confringo!
Someone's here. Your little magic trick won't distract me. I won't rest.
Arrest them!
Descendo! Dindo!
You will suffer. Rather unwise. Let's get this over with. Stop! I'm afraid of heights! How childish! I'll get you for this! Lucky, that's all!
Arrest them, momentum.
You are postponing the inevitable!
Arrest them, momentum. Descendo. Confringo.
You've made your last mistake. Seems your art, isn't it? One less human to worry about.
Descendo. Arrest them, momentum. Confringo. Places. Descendo. Confringo.
Such arrogance.
Arrest them, momentum. Places. Descendo. Confringo.
Why don't you come up here and fight
Places. Arrest them, momentum. Descendo. Confringo.
Rather unwise coming back this one less human to
Descendo. Places. Confringo.
I won't rest until you're dead.
Arrest them, momentum.
You are postponing the inevitable.
Descendo!
Pity, not quite.
I confess, that was a bit more than I'd bargained for. I tried to warn you.
Revelio.
Ya rahat ol Sebastian'cım ya. Hallederiz ya. Sen merak etme. Bak burada eşyalar falan yapılmışlar. Görüyor musun? Dur bunları bir tamir edelim. Sevaptır.
Reparo. Revelio.
Şimdik. Ya buraya almak istiyorum. Buraya almak istiyorum. Ama Glacio da çok iyi. Şey de çok iyi. Adı nedir? Arreste Momento da çok iyi. Şimdi Arreste Momento'yla yere çakma mı dursa yoksa öyle olsun hadi. Gerçi Leviosa da iyi ya. Leviosa'yla kalıp son yapıştırmak da çok iyi oluyor. Bu böyle zaten. Bence böyle iyi ya şu an. Bak büyü var. Bilemedim ne alacağım.
Revelio.
Evet Sebastian.
Those loyalists deserved what they got.
Couldn't agree more. This is where it happened. We smelled smoke in the middle of the night. When we looked outside, flames were shooting from the estate. Before my uncle and I could stop her, Anne rushed out, racing towards the fire, worried someone had been hurt. She came face to face with a horde of goblins, frantically trying to stamp out the flames. Suddenly, an icy voice drifted out from somewhere in the smoke. Children should be seen and not heard. A blinding blast followed. They didn't even give her a chance to run.
It seems an awfully violent response to a child wandering by. What were they trying to hide?
My thoughts exactly. It may be grasping at Billywigs, but I keep thinking that there might be something here that could lead me to whoever cursed Anne. Might be the only way to learn what type of magic harmed her, which could help me find a cure.
Perhaps you're right. The loyalists are everywhere, but they do seem to be spending a lot of time here, and it's likely they're hiding something.
And at Rookwood Castle. Shall we have a look around? They seem to have set up camp here for a specific reason. They have stations for everything.
Whose home was this?
Been abandoned long since I've lived here. Rumour was a Hogwarts professor lived here once, centuries ago. But that's all I ever heard. I've heard that goblin dig sites like these are popping up everywhere.
It's a wonder the Ministry isn't doing more. Always armed and ready for a fight, Ranrock's loyalists.
It might be
Revelio.
worth taking a closer look at the house itself.
This well looks familiar. Revelio.
Nasıl? Yüz değil mi? Onlar şuradan işte büyü yapmıştı. Burası.
Sebastian, I've seen this before. This house, the well, the view.
What do you mean? When?
Give me a moment. I'll explain in a second. Revelio. Sebastian, over here. Do you think that this was damaged by the fire the night that Anne was cursed?
Could be. But it looks to me as though this was intentional.
Sebastian, this house did belong to a Hogwarts professor, hundreds of years ago.
Who? What do you...
I found a pensive that day in the restricted section with a memory that showed this house. There was a little girl and a drought. The keepers have shown me other memories as well. The girl became a Hogwarts professor. Her name was Isadora Morganach. She was one of the keepers.
The keepers? Like in Quidditch? And you found a pensive in the library? I'm not following you.
I realize it's a lot to take in. I'm not even sure I understand it all yet. And no, not like Quidditch. They call themselves keepers because they're protecting some type of knowledge. It has to do with the vault at Gringotts.
Let me see if I've got this straight. You have Ranrock and Rookwood after you because of something you found at Gringotts where you ended up via a portkey. You can see traces of an ancient magic that you think Ranrock is trying to harness. And now you've been witnessing memories left by keepers. Oh, and this house belonged to a Hogwarts professor who was one of these non-Quidditch keepers hundreds of years ago. If I didn't know you, I'd think you were pulling my leg.
It is all a bit much, isn't it, when you put it like that? The point is, we both have good reason to search this house. You for answers about what happened to Anne, and me for answers about the keepers.
Look at this.
Someone piled this here for a reason. Is it blocking something?
Only one way to find out.
Confringo!
Huh, a stairwell.
Revelio.
Why bother blocking a stairwell?
There might be something here worth a closer look.
They've left all of this simply strewn about. They're after
Lumos.
something bigger.
A journal entry of Isadora's. I should hold on to this. Seems these journal entries are from Isadora's travels. Revelio.
Başka bir şey yok.
Lumos. You're not going to believe this. I can see the Undercroft.
What? A daydream? Because that happens to me too.
I know it sounds strange, but...
Honestly, nothing you say sounds strange to me anymore.
Fair enough. I can see the Undercroft through this stone wall, as though it's a window. This has happened before.
I'm listening.
I think it's to do with my ability to see traces of ancient magic.
But you said you didn't really understand it, and that you couldn't wield it.
That's true, and I'm still not sure what it all means. What I do know is that my ability allows me to travel through these windows I see.
Wait. We can get straight to the Undercroft from here. Ominous will be flawed.
We can. But perhaps best not to tell anyone else about this for now. Even Ominous.
Understood. Well then, invisible, secret, ancient magic passageway? Here we come. I'm tempted to hold my
Lumos.
breath.
Hadi bakalım. Yeraltı kemerine gittik. Okulun içine. Kadın demek ki evine böyle geliyor.
Why would the door lead us here?
Sebastian, look. Why hide a triptych here?
Seems as if something's missing.
A note. Let's have a look.
Anything helpful in the note?
A rune symbol. I've seen similar symbols used by the keepers.
I've been thinking. A keeper lived in that house centuries ago, and Ranrock and his lot have been searching there. You said that goblins may be wielding some form of this ancient magic. Do you think Anne was cursed by ancient magic?
I can't be sure, of course, but I don't think so. I didn't see any traces of it around your sister.
Very well. But that doesn't mean it's not ancient magic. There's still so much we don't know about it.
True. Perhaps this triptych will lead us to answers.
Then we'll have to unravel what this all means. But now I need to see Ominous. Don't worry, I won't tell him anything. Did I mention that, apparently, Salazar Slytherin had a secret scriptorium here in Hogwarts?
You did not. Sounds worth looking into. Any idea where in the castle?
No idea. Ominous just learned of it. I'll let you know what I find out. I had no idea our visit to Sian would unfold into all of this. My head's an utter mess. But I'm glad you told me everything you did. I'll be in touch. Till then.
Revelio.
Buradan mı çıkıyor?
Meet me near the ruins of Falbaton Castle. After dark. Do not tell anyone.
Çağırıyorsun gitti.
You idiot!
Revelio.
Our family for 5 generations, and you go and give her clothes? Now I will have to replace her with another elf.
Hem aslında içinde almalı görev. Hangisi? Biraz okulun içindeki görevleri alayım ya. Sonra astronomi dersine gireriz. Oradan bir şey çıkacak gibi.
I've always said that travel broadens the mind.
Çok güzel yapmışlar ya. Güzel ya. Kaç puandayım?
Ha!
Aha. Bizim Böyle karşısına geçip böyle şey yapıyorsun.
Revelio.
Warner Ravenclaw ile birlikte Hogwarts Legacy inşaatını tasarladı, denetledi.
Revelio. Accio.
Gareth, do you have a moment?
Ne var geri?
Were you calling me, Gareth?
I was. After you helped me with that Fupa feather and potions, I reckoned you might be just the person I need. You see, I have an idea for a fizzing Whizbee-inspired beverage, but I'm missing a key ingredient.
Çocuğu olman gerekiyor mu değil mi? Vallahi.
Where do you find time for this and your homework?
I've plenty of time for both. Been managing for years. So, I suspect the key ingredient in fizzing Whizbees is dried billywig stings. I heard there's a store of them in Honeyduke's cellar. I'd get them myself, but my Aunt Matilda has her eye on me. Thinks I need to focus on potions. I was hoping you could follow a secret passage to Honeyduke's cellar.
Sounds simple enough. And who wouldn't want to go to...
Ah, brilliant. The passage is hidden behind the statue of a one-eyed witch in the third floor corridor. Just tap it with your wand and say, Descendium.
Couldn't you have someone buy the drive?
They're not for sale, and you never know when the seller's... So, the reliable way in...
Are you asking me to...
Goodness, it's not as if I'm asking you to rob Gringotts. Honeyduke's is more than enough, and I only need a few. It's a sweets ingredient. They won't be missed. Trust me.
I'll see what I can do.
Fair enough. You. Perhaps I can convince a meat to help me with my potions homework.
I'll need to get those dried billywig things for Gareth if he's to finish his latest concoction. Revelio. A one-eyed witch statue shouldn't be too hard to find. Revelio. Levioso. Revelio. Aloha Mora.
Bir işe yaramayan bir şey çıktı. bir şeyler istiyor bizden ya. Ne ya? Bir hırsızlık yapmamızı ister. Bir yok bir şey toplamamızı ister. Gecenin geç saati gizli gizli kapılar açıp bir yere girmemizi ister. Bu ne? Wow. Bu kadar beklemiyordum dekorasyon. Valla yani bu kadar beklemiyordum. Çok iyi ya. Hakikaten çok iyi.
Hello, Adelaide. I received your owl.
Thank you for coming. You see, my uncle Roland is a metal trader who's quite well known in the goblin community. He normally sends me owls every week when he's on his business travels. In his last owl, he alluded to dealings with those radical goblins, Ranrock's loyalists. It's been ages since that owl and I'm worried. What with the troll attack on Hogsmeade and the rumours that goblins may have been involved, well, I'm fearing the worst. Should I be worried about my uncle, or am I overthinking this?
I think you're right to be concerned, Adelaide. Your uncle may be in trouble.
You're much more understanding than Professor Weasley. She heard I was going to look for him and forbade me from leaving the grounds. She's convinced he can handle himself, but I can't concentrate on anything until I know he's all right. Could you try to find out for me? From what I hear, you're almost as adventurous as Uncle Roland.
Has your uncle traded with many goblins?
Yes, for ages. Even speaks gobbledygook. But he only recently mentioned Ranrock's lot. Insisting the galleons were worth the... He does it for me. Between robes and supplies, attending Hogwarts costs a fair sickle. He's sacrificed so much for me over the...
I take it you and...
We are. My mother died when I was born, and I lost my father when I was 5. He knows I get anxious when he travels, and...
I'll try and look into it.
Thank you. In fact, in his last owl, he drew me a map of his next stop. I do hope you're able... Oh, Uncle Roland, what have you got yourself into?
Merak etme. Hallederiz, bakarız. Bakarız, yardımcı oluruz.
The Daedalian keys are back. Aren't they brilliant?
Is everything all right? The what keys?
The Daedalian keys. Surely you've seen them flying about. Rumor is, Professor Black couldn't be bothered to disenchant the keys, and they appear... You should try to catch one.
Why would I do that?
Each key will lead you to a... If you can manage to get the key into the cabinet lock, not...
Perhaps I'll give it a go.
I hope you do. I hope you follow a few keys at least. If you manage to open a cabinet, I'd love to know what you find.
O görevi de alalım. Görev üstüne görev alıyoruz ya. Çok mutluyum şu an. Bazı görevler fazla sıkıcı. Mesela işte bu anahtar görevi.
Of course it is. She's right. Thank you. Well, it's their own fault that they...
I already have the wormwood.
Can I help you?
I believe you can. I'm Sophronia, by the way. And I need help from someone who's at least a 5th year. Are you familiar with Herodiana Byrne? Don't answer that. Of course you're not. No one seems to know of her but me. She's only the single greatest Depulso master of all time. Even taught at Hogwarts, briefly.
How interesting. I'm amazed I've never heard of her.
It's a travesty she's not more well known. I often read about great witches in my limited free time. Whilst reading about her, I learned that she built a secret Depulso training room here at Hogwarts. But in typical clever Herodiana fashion, one cannot access it and...
And you're a 3rd year, so...
Quick one, aren't you? According to what I've read, her signature outfit may still be there. Would you get Herodiana's signature outfit and show it to me?
Okay.
How did Herodiana Byrne become famous?
She once saved orphans from a wild Graphorn by banishing it over Stonehenge. That's on Salisbury. She once banished a meddlesome dark wizard all the way to Durmstrang. That one may have been exaggerated, but lots of the stories about her certainly aren't.
Okay.
What ends up happening to her?
In her later years, she taught at Hogwarts, but only for a short while, just long enough to build a secret. Then one day, she just disappeared. Some say she actually banished herself. No one knows.
If you tell me where to go, I'll see what I can do about it.
Simply go to the Hall of Herodiana. There, you'll find a series.
Very well. I shall let.
Hadi konuşmalara geçiyorum. Çok şey değil diye.
I can't wait.
Sanırım üstte
Herodiana's famous ensemble. Perhaps I'll make myself a copy.
Suppose I should look for that secret hall Sophronia told me about. It does sound interesting.
What's this one about?
You can't imagine how inconvenient travel was before I invented flu powder.
The Pinch Smedleys will always look upon you as a trusted ally and friend.
And your reading is The Dragon. That's exciting, I suppose. Perhaps you're due for an adventure.
Ladies.
Professor Shah.
Astronomy is not divination. You won't find the mysteries of the cosmos charted out on your palms or at the bottom of your teacups. Alas, the heavens remain hazy to the starry-eyed. Now, if you were to devote yourselves to persistent and painstaking observation, you just might catch a glimpse. With that in mind, please take your telescopes. Tonight we will be on the observation deck. Still don't have your own? You can't be the new student forever, you know. You can share with Mr. Takar.
Here, I can adjust that for you.
No, bring it into focus on your own.
Odaklayalım. Kardeş ayıpsın ya. Mikroskop bakamadım.
Now, I expect all of you to put in your stargazing hours outside of class. Is that clear?
But, Professor, it's freezing out.
Mere cold didn't stop the great stargazers of the past. Look only to the astronomy tables they erected throughout the highlands from which they gazed millennia ago on the very self-same stars above us. Is that clear? Dismissed.
Hello. I don't believe we've met officially. I'm Amit. I'm something of an astronomy buff.
Hello, Amit. It's nice to meet you.
Did I hear Professor Shaw say that you don't have your own telescope? I have a spare one you could borrow for the rest of term.
That's very kind of you, Amit. Are you sure you won't need it?
I'm certain. It's my old one. I finally got my hands on the new Celestia Contemplar. You've heard of it, I assume? I mean, of course you have. It's only the pinnacle of all personal stargazing implements. But my old model's not too shabby either. Goblin-cut glass, first-rate optical enchantments. Hate to think such a fine instrument is just collecting dust.
Well, thank you, Amit.
Think nothing of it. Anyway, the telescope's in the storage room right underneath us. You can't miss it. I have some, reading to finish on the lower deck. Come find me there afterwards, and bring the telescope. There's something I want to talk to you about.
Tried to put off my stargazing as long as I could. A lot of good that did. How am I supposed to find Sirius when my hands are too cold to use a telescope? It's daunting, isn't it?
This was his old telescope. Looks practically brand new. Confringo!
A pristine night for stargazing. Do not let it be wasted.
Professor Shah, I'm interested in learning more about astronomy.
It is increasingly rare to find a student who seeks after things celestial of their own accord. But if you truly desire to chart the courses of the cosmos, you must rid your mind of the terrestrial babble of others. We ourselves are not unlike blank star charts, you know. Empty canvases waiting to be inscribed with all that the universe has to offer. Do you understand?
Yes, I understand.
Am I right in thinking you are unimpressed by divination?
Of the many other so-called disciplines taught here, divination is perhaps the most feeble, especially in its nonsensical practice of astrology. Do not confuse astronomy and astrology. One is concerned with mysteries stellar and lunar. The other is mere lunacy.
You mentioned astronomy tables earlier in class. What were you talking about?
Long ago, devotees of the astral arts set up stone slabs across the countryside. They are ideal for studying constellations near and far. For centuries, wizards made use of these astronomy tables for stargazing. Sadly, they have since become mere monuments to the intrepid intellectual pursuits of a bygone epoch.
Thank you, Professor. I look forward to stargazing.
I am glad to hear it. Should be a stellar night for it.
The perfect night for... Oh, hello.
I have the telescope. It's nicer than I'd expected.
I would not offer a prospective stargazer a third-rate lunoscope. But there is, something else.
Yes, what is it?
You remember those astronomy tables Shaw was going on about? It just so happens I've been reading up on them a little myself. And it seems there may be one right here at Hogwarts. I believe we could use it to find hidden constellations.
And you need someone to help find it.
I do. Are you in? No one from the Gobstones Club will go with me. Said they'd rather get spit at by a stone than... Well, they are cowards. Let us get moving while the stars are still out. I'll show you how to use that telescope once we get there. I promise.
No need to convince me. Let's get going.
Brilliant. You won't regret it. Shall we? The table is on a castle wall ahead. Look for a stone platform, something that doesn't quite belong. We'll know it when we see it. Onwards we go. Some say the locations of the tables were originally marked by centaurs for ritual stargazing. It is nice having a fellow stargazer to explore with.
Happy to be here. It is good to leave the classroom now and then.
It's not that creepy out here at night, is it? The Gobstones Club are cowards. Here I am, charging ahead. Why don't you lead the way?
If you're sure. Revelio.
A little foreboding.
A few cobwebs and some dust. Nothing to be concerned about.
Oh, of course. It's just not as tidy.
Revelio.
More copies. You don't think any spiders might be lurking about?
Confringo! Oh no, not this close to school, I mean.
Look, there's a table. I think you should do the honors. The constellation should appear near the center of your view. As soon as you've lined up the telescope, we will be able to fill out our star chart. Stargazing is all about patience and precision. I was right about the tables. They really are gateways to the far stars, just as the book said. And your contribution was invaluable. Rest assured, you shall be credited in my memoirs one day.
Thank you, Amit. I look forward to reading them.
And I look forward to writing them. This is only the beginning. You will find more tables like this one throughout the grounds and forest, all beckoning to be discovered by a worthy astronomer. And if I have ever seen one, it's you. Oh, and about my old telescope, don't bother returning it. You should keep it.
That's quite generous. Thank you.
You are welcome. It has goblin-cut glass and a gobbledygook inscription. I'm practically fluent in gobbledygook, you know. It's all in the throat, really, gobbledygook, you know, and how you pronounce your R's. Anyway, glad our adventure was a success. I will see you soon.
Çok şey var. Birazcık çok şey koymuşlar. Yani 4 tane, 5 tane koyduk ama 6 yapalım, fazla yapalım.
Incredible!
Şimdi bu görev tamam. Biraz daha süremiz var. Bir görev açalım o zaman. Yetenek görevi. Bunu alabilirim ya. Çarpmanda 4'ü alsan öyle. Ha. Çoğunluğu bir lanetle aynı etkiye sahip. Güzel. İşte resmen kullanabilir. Ben de ona aynı şey yapabiliyor. İsmeli ya. Onları ben temizlerim. Çok böyle hoşuma giden bir şey olursa o zaman şey yaparız. Şimdi bir ana görev daha yapalım da. Mesela astronomi. Ne olur? Kız neredesin?
Psst, over here, quietly. I'm glad that you received my owl. We need to stay low and remain quiet.
Natty, what's going on? Why are we all the way out here?
As promised, I did some investigating to find out what Harlow is up to. I followed him to the Hog's Head. I noticed him reading a letter. All I could see was that it was signed by and bore the seal of Victor Rookwood. And one other thing. Harlow mentioned you to his colleagues. They did not mistake you for someone else, did they?
No, they didn't. Rookwood and Harlow are after me.
Why did you lie to me? And what do they want with a Hogwarts student?
Professor Fig told me to keep things quiet, but I know I can trust you, Natty. Rookwood and Harlow want something Professor Fig and I found at Gringotts.
When were you at Gringotts?
Just before I came to Hogwarts. In fact, it's why I was late to the sorting ceremony. A portkey brought us there after the dragon attacked our carriage.
What on earth?
There's one more thing. It's a bit odd, if I'm honest. Professor Fig says I have a rare connection to a powerful form of ancient magic.
Is that the magic you used fighting the trolls in Hogsmeade?
I think so. I'm still learning, but I can see traces of it. And I've cast magic I can't otherwise explain. I know it's a lot to take in.
It is. And I will have more questions. For now, it's safe to say that Rookwood and Harlow are a threat to both of us, to all of us. And we can help to take them down for good. That letter is the tangible proof that Officer Singer needs. It is why I followed Harlow here and why I wrote to you. I need your help to retrieve it.
Can't we just bypass Officer Singer and go directly to the Ministry?
Do you think they will listen to a student? Only...
You seem to be very determined.
I knew men like him in Uganda. I know how bad things can... It's a long story, one I promise to share when we have more.
I'll help you find the letter.
I'm glad to hear it. First, we must access the castle keep. I'll check the main gate, see if you can find... I do not see any guards, but we should still...
Handy resource indeed, your field guide. I'm most pleased.
Revelio.
I wonder what that does.
Accio.
Well, that didn't work. Perhaps something with a bit more force.
Depulso.
That did it.
Levioso. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Revelio. Levioso. Revelio.
I need to find a way into the gatehouse to open the gate for Natty.
Büyü yapamıyorum. Eğilince büyü yapamıyor. Aa şimdi. Ya hadi be ya.
Revelio. Dead end. Must be another way in.
Dur. Sürekli değiştirdim.
Accio! That looks as if it might raise the gate. Also. Accio. Revelio. Repulsor.
Well done. I will be right up. I knew you could do it. This way. I will get the door.
Revelio.
That is the main keep. My guess is that we'll find Hollow and the letter inside. We'll need to be careful once we get...
I hear them.
Yeah, restrain the beast!
Highwing.
Do you know that hippogriff?
Get these things back to now!
Very well. New plan. I get the evidence and you free that hippogriff. Agreed? This is our chance. Go!
Blast it! There's got to be another way to get up to the roof. Somewhere. I hope Natty stays out of trouble.
Geliyor. Geliyor orada. Sana büyü yapanların hepsini ağzını burnunu kırmaz sana.
Revelio. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Revelio. Repulsor. Revelio. Arresto Momentum. Levioso. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Levioso. Not the safest place to sneak into. Revelio. Jacques Totalis. Revelio.
Geliyor.
Revelio. Jacques Totalis.
Oh, I'm gonna eat. Is that tango? That's proper people, that is.
Levioso. Stupendo. Also. Confringo. Aloha Mora. Revelio. I hope Natty's having an easier time of it.
You're going home in a wooden box! Levioso!
Expelliarmus!
Coward! No!
Confringo! Aloha Mora. Revelio. Oh no, Deke was right. We need to save you from these barbarians. Revelio. Revelio. Revelio. Wing. It's all right. There we go.
They
Where's the Hogwarts Express? Must be returning from an unscheduled run.
I wonder if anyone can see us from the castle. This is amazing!
It's incredible, isn't it?
How exciting.
It was exhilarating, wasn't it? I wasn't sure we were going to make it out alive.
There was no need to worry. I had it all under control.
Were you able to find the letter?
Summoned it straight out of Hallow's hands. I will say, I did not expect to see him cast the killing curse at us. He won't forget this. Be on your guard.
Of course. What did the letter say?
That Rookwood's looking for a phoenix. Not sure where he will find one. But it also included Hallow's orders to inspect that castle for the poachers. Enough to connect Hallow to the crimes. I shall deliver the letter to Officer Singer. She'll have to do something when she sees it. Now, tell me, where did you meet these hippogriffs?
I've only met Highwing before. Poppy introduced us.
Poppy Sweeting knows a hippogriff. Of course she does. Poppy will be relieved to know that Highwing's safe. I came to the right person for help. My mother will be worried. I must go. Seek me out soon. I shall have much to tell you.
Away, Highwing! Away!
I have learned of a wizard who is being harassed by Hallow. He may be able to provide the evidence we need to take Hallow down. We should speak with him together. Meet me at his home.
I assume you have news regarding the goblin you mentioned. Why don't we meet at the map chamber to discuss that and our next steps?
When you have a moment, please stop by the room of requirement.
Revelio.
Şimdi bence hemen şeye gidip ihtiyaç odası. Orada o besleyip arayıp bize ne verecekse aynı almış oluruz. Hem de çantamıza doldurduklarımızı bir çıkartırız.
Deek would like to talk with you when you have a moment.
Evet. Hogwarts Legacy'nin bölümünün sonuna geldik. Güzel mi? Ben eğlendim. Oyun sarıyor. Neyse. O hayatta siz burada çıkmışsınız. Oradan gitmişsiniz. Böyle izleyebilirsiniz. İzlediğiniz için teşekkür ederim. Kanalıma abone olabilirsiniz. Orada işte abone olmayı videoyu beğenin. Güzel yorumlar yazın. Teşekkür